All right. What is up, everybody? I cannot believe that I am live. This is unbelievable. It's an unbelievable event. So please, if you're watching, share this. Share me out. Share me out. Let everybody know I'm live. It has been, oh man, it's been a long time since I did a video. For real, for real. So I'm just gonna make this one. Man, what is that? Is that me? Hold on now. It's been so long that I have technical difficulties. So give me a minute. Why is that up there like that? That's not right. Oh, that's my stream. Okay, hold on, y'all. All right, so it's been a minute. I don't even know how to work the computer. I don't even know if I'm live. I think I am because it's been that long. So yo, I'm sorry. I just kind of been just doing my thing, and I just want to come on here and just kind of drop a video. We're just going to talk about different stocks that I watch, that I'm tracking, and just kind of look at a general feel of the market and kind of see what is going on. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and put them in the comments. If I can even find the comments. Where are the comments? All right. Like I said, you got to give me a moment. I'm new to this. Oh, I got my, yeah, see, I got my usuals up in here. I got Life Like I, Cashmatic. Hey, what's up, y'all? So my girl should be happy because I decided that I am going to do this. By the way, how's the sound? I need to know what the sounds were. I need to know if everything's working because it's just been so long. Anyway, so I'm going to, if you have any JRH, what's up, man? I'm dropping a video. It's unbelievable. I can't believe it. So like I said, technical difficulties could be there. Me even working my charts could be rusty. But I figured that we just look at a couple of things and I don't know, just play around. Figure I just go live. All right, so let me start. And if you leave a comment, I might not see it right away, but I'll try to go back to it. And you know how I do. The regulars know how I do. And that's everybody that's in here. I really appreciate you guys. I know y'all on the bell. So I really appreciate you guys just coming in after I dropped the video like 8 months, whatever long it's been. All right, so I'm in two things, man. I'm still in Tesla. I mean, I think the market actually looks pretty shitty, but Tesla's good. You can see that uptrend, and you'll see what I'm talking about when we bring up some other stocks, right? So only thing that makes me leery about Tesla is the market conditions, because when the market starts to tank, it's going to bring everything down with it. Tesla is actually, though, one of those stocks that wants to go up when, let me clear all this stuff out, wants to go up when the market is going down, and goes down or does nothing when the market is going up. It's the only stock that does that. Anyway, there's your serious resistance at 300. I think actually on this run, we could reach that 300. And I think this is the time we could actually break through it, but depending on the market. So it's kind of makes me go 50-50, but I'm long Tesla and still I am long Bitcoin. So let me see if I can bring up some Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin, I'm actually feeling, it was so, you got what happened with the overturn of the ETFs, the gold, what is it, GBTC, right? The judge overturned it. Hey man, you got to reconsider this or whatever, and Bitcoin popped, and it gave it all right back. I mean, that was pretty bearish. I mean, that was just so this is right here. It was right here when we was at 26, we went up to 28, and you can see we just gave it right back, and I'm like, what in the world? But I actually think there's bigger things going on in Bitcoin. These ETFs are about to get approved. I really do think they're going to get approved. And I think there's a lot of game playing with the futures. And I think these funds, these ETFs are kind of pushing the price down to get that Bitcoin. So when they do have these ETFs, they got it, and they not, like the announcement doesn't come out, Bitcoin pops to 40,000 or something, then they're buying Bitcoin into that, so it almost makes me think that that's what's going on. It's just like market manipulation. It's a lot of ETFs about to come live, and they just pushing the price down so they can accumulate, you know, and who knows what they're doing with their Bitcoin positions right now, just kind of locking them up, see what happens, right? See what happens after the ETFs come out. So that's what I actually think about Bitcoin, and I'm long, like I said, Bitcoin and Tesla. So here's the daily, here's the monthly, and it's really bullish. This was really bullish right here until that pullback. You know, it pulled back kind of hard. So let's see. You know, if you're looking really closely right here, let me go back to the weekly. Remember, my chart skills are kind of rusty. Okay. We're pushing up against that low right there, right? So we don't want to break that low. But you know what? I'm in it for the long term. It's actually, hey, it's a buying opportunity, right? So all of this stuff doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter if it's going to 100,000, 150,000, 200,000, 500,000, a million. What's the difference between 25,000, 30,000, 15,000? It doesn't even matter. If you believe in it and you think that those are the limits that it can reach, it's all good. It's like nothing, man. It's just nothing. So it's just right now, it's just something to talk about, right? So we're talking about Bitcoin, but you know, when you're in it as long as I've been in it, damn, I guess I've been in it kind of long. Anyway, maybe not that. Anyway, if you've been in it as long as I've been in it, or you just sometimes when you're buying it, you just want to kind of see it going up. It's just that psychological thing. You know, when you start putting money into things, you want to kind of see it increase, and it's not really doing that. But hey, patience is a virtue. The halving is going to be somewhere around April. They're definitely going to be price moving when the halving comes. So I don't know. It might not go up right away, by the way, because everyone's participating. It goes up. But, you know, playing futures, right? So, you know, make everybody get shaken out. Oh, the halving is coming. We're going to go up. Oh, it's going down. I'm selling everything. It's not working no more. And then it goes up without you on the train. And that's typically how things happen. So just kind of just think long term. You got to think long term with Bitcoin. You got to be a believer in Bitcoin, study Bitcoin, and be a long term. Okay, I was on that Bitcoin tip for a long time, man. I didn't mean to talk about Bitcoin that long. Anyway, so Jared says he's buying Bitcoin a couple of times a week, waiting on a halving. My automatic purchases are every Tuesday, every other Tuesday. And like today, it seems like every time that comes, there's like a spike in the price. I can never get the low or get a low. It's always spiking on a damn Tuesday. So keep that in mind. That's when I buy. Anyway, let's look at this. And this is concerning. All right, so here's the 10-year yield. Let's bring up the monthly, right? Okay, look at that. You can see that channel. It goes way back. I remember doing the videos like, oh man, this is going down forever. We're going to go negative interest rates. And why? Because it's been going down forever. This chart goes all the way back to 1997, maybe 90. Yeah, April 1997. And we just been straight down, 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 all the way until a couple of years ago. And then all of a sudden we going back to highs of 2007, right? This high right here was May 2007, and we know what happened shortly after that, you know. So keep that in mind. It's kind of scary, you know, because why are stocks going up into this? You know, it's just like, what? It's just not a good picture. If you zoom into the weekly, I'm gonna go to the weekly real quick, and hold on. Let me see if I can see where I'm at. Go to the daily. Where are we? No, let's go to the weekly. And I forget this is September already. Wow. Well, let's go to the monthly. I'm trying to find, all right, so right here. Yeah, damn. Let's go to, yeah, so right here, right at this low right here, right before it popped. So let me highlight that. You know, this was basically that low before we ran. And then, right, so if you pull up the SPY, what is that? Let me pull up this date right here. So basically the beginning of 2022, let's see where we was on the SPY. Beginning of 2022. Yeah, see right here, right at the bottom, right? And then look at this top right here, right? When we peaked out, this was although this was like COVID. Oh damn, I done said that word. No, wait a minute. That was way back. By the way, I can't see. I got these glasses on. I can't see with glasses. October 1st, 2021. So let's go back to that TNX. I can't really see. But my point is we're at the high. Basically, when let's go back to SPY. Yeah, XPX is good. Come on, computer. All right, so basically when we was down here, the yields were low, right? And then it started running as the yields is going up, and the yields are at almost, I won't call all-time highs, but 2008 kind of highs, right? So we're running right into the same thing where everything just collapsed. So how could we actually go higher? Where's the bull from here? You know, how could we go higher with mortgage rates down at 7.5%? Car loans 9-10%. You know, it's just, where's the growth? Where are people gonna just start buying things with everything is on credit? Where in the country owing, where our credit bills are even super insane? What are we, a 1 point something trillion in interest a year? Oh, it's crazy. Anyway, all right. That's not my best specialty, but you get what where's the bull, right? So I think when the market started going up since last year, it's because it anticipated that we was at the peak of interest rates. So let me bring back the interest rates again and let me go to the weekly, man. Just don't know where I'm at. Damn, well, let's go over here. Right, so it was anticipating we was at the end, but it hasn't been the end. There have been a couple of increases, and they keep saying, well, it's one more. Anyway, now we're up here. So where do we go from here? Lower, man, I'm telling you. Something is going to break. So when you pull up that monthly, I don't know what it is. Either this comes crashing down. I think it's bad both ways, because if we break through this level of resistance, that means, oh my gosh, right? Sell everything, let's buy bonds. Or anyway, or actually they selling bonds, because then the yield goes. I got to stop talking about that. This is not my specialty. But if this goes up, right, it's not good. And then if it goes down, it's not good, because people are buying bonds and selling stocks, so it's like just doesn't feel good right here. Anyway, now let's look at some stocks. Talk about my specialty. I talked about that stuff too long. Let's look at Nvidia, right? So Nvidia had that special that just, if you was in this move, fantastic, but does it really go higher from here? Do we just keep drawing this line straight up? I have a feeling that this is the beginning of a downturn, but it's too early to tell. The stock is still going up. It's still in an uptrend, but looking at that yield, right, this could be the beginning, right? So, and then looking at some other stocks that we'll look at as well. So let's look at the SPY. Right, so if we turn here, right, so this is the high, right, and this right here will be a lower high. If we don't start making new highs, this is not good either, right? So this could be the beginning of a downturn, right? So it's the beginning, all right? So let's look at some staple stocks, not staples, but staple like good growth type stocks that's in everybody's portfolio. Stocks like this, stocks like Disney. What is going on here? Well, we know what's going on here. See, that whole ESPN thing is just blowing up in their face. ABC, anyway, look at that, right? I mean, there was a time that, see, Disney made most of its money by charging cable subscribers. I mean, even if you watched it or not, it was something like $17 a month was going to Disney. That stuff is not happening no more with cable cutting, and they just lost, right? So look at that breakdown of this long-term support. I actually think, since Disney is that kind of company, and if you want to build like a solid kind of long-term futuristic kind of portfolio. Maybe as it's going down, you're nibbling because it is Disney. I think they'll. I don't know, man. Maybe they'll find a mojo, but that's the thing, man. It's really been built off that whole cable ESPN stuff, man. And now it's just breaking. It's not even about the theme parks, even though the theme parks are amazing. But yeah, look at that. And Disney Plus sucks. So what are you gonna do with that? Hulu. What are you gonna... Anyway, these guys are bad businesses, man. It just reminds me of AT&T. Let's pull up that. Look what's happening at AT&T. Holy cow, right? This is something you buy when you're old and you retire. You get that 6% yield. This thing is about to break. This is going back. You could buy AT&T at the same price it was in 1996 when it was on the tear, just before the tear of the whole internet dial-up modem kind of era, right? And it's right there, getting ready to break. You tell me it's gonna bounce here? Why is it gonna bounce? What's gonna change to make AT&T just bounce? Anyway, they already cutting the yield, and it's not good, man. It's not good, right? So let's look at a stock like UPS. UPS, right? It's getting ready to break. You know, that's not the greatest line I drew. Let's clear that out. And right, we are right there. Look at that, man. What's going on? Right? UPS delivers around, you know, it's kind of like the staple. It's like the world economy, kind of like if they're moving packages, if they're moving things, if business is good, and a lot of things are shipping, flying all over the place and driving all over the place, most likely companies are doing good, right? Commerce is happening. It's not happening. Not with this stock. It's just not happening, right? So it either bounces here. This is the thing. So we saw it's like all these stocks at that critical level, except for Disney already busted. They at that level. Like I said, UPS is right at that level to where it's either going to bounce here or break through. And if it breaks through, I think a lot of things are breaking through. So we had the yield right at that level. UPS right at that level. Disney kind of cracking. You know, so we're looking at things like that. Let's look at Target. Right. I never seen what people, when this stock was going up, I'm like, why do people like Target? I used to go to the Target, maybe JRH and Cashmatic. I go to the centers and I'm like, ain't nothing happening here, right? Nothing's happening at the distribution center. I'd be in and out because there's nobody there. There's no lines, there's no trucks. At least that's when I was on the road. I don't know what it's like now. So I'm like, they ain't even moving product, man. I mean, at least every distribution center I went to. Anyway, but here we are, right at that level, right? Critical since 2019, right? That's even before the C word. And then it's about to break. Is it going to just turn around and everybody's going to start buying things at Target on, you know, credit cards with 30% interest rates and stuff that may be even going higher? You saw the CPI number today, right? So inflation is still not, it's kind of maybe creeping back in, and you could still feel the pressures when you go to the store, right? You go to Kroger, you know, I hate that whole, the core. You pull out the food, energy, and gas. What is that? You pull out food, energy, and the stuff that you buy. How could you pull it out, man? I gotta buy it. You can't pull it out. It's in my budget. So anyway, gas is high. It's just not going away, man. I don't know what they're doing with the numbers, but according to this chart right here at Target, ain't nobody going there. Some of the street's kind of excited about Walmart a little bit. I'm not. I know it's up here, but yeah, you'll dial down, but you know Walmart's gonna feel some pain too. I feel because people. I feel like people just gonna just stop buying anything, let alone okay. Let me leave Target and go to Walmart. You're gonna even cut your bill at Walmart. So like everybody that was buying at Walmart, say you drop $100 a month at Walmart, it probably go to $50 a month. So that decrease kind of takes away the increase in people coming from Target to Walmart. Did I pull up Dollar Tree? No. So so how could Walmart get? So you're gonna leave the dollar store where it gets no cheaper to go to Walmart where it's they're more expensive. So this part I don't understand. So Dollar Tree is not even, and it's at that critical level, just like everything else is. It's actually breaking. See, it broke, right? So there's Dollar Tree. It's like, okay, can't afford anything for it. It's actually, you can't even buy anything at Dollar Tree for $1 now. It's what, $1.25, $1.50 tree, they should call it. So does it bounce here, or does it all of a sudden it's a great place to go? You know, that's the cheap store. How about Five Below? Come on, work with me. Five Below, right? Just kind of, you know, looks a little better than the other dollar stores, but I don't know. Here's the trend line, and I have a feeling it at least goes to there. Hmm. Stochastic coming down, you know. Let's see what's going on. iOS, the Fed's talking tomorrow. Is he? Okay. Hey, what's up, Virgo Life? I'm buying Bitcoin a couple times a week. Okay, I'm just checking on the comments. Okay, I'm rolling now, man. I'm rolling in stocks. I'm kind of getting in my groove back a little bit, but Five Below, it looks better. Looks better than them other dollar stores. Did we talk about? Let's talk about Nike. By the way, these are stocks that I love to pick up. You know, Nike, I feel it's gonna figure it out, and that's what I feel about. I feel Disney will eventually figure it out. I feel Nike. These are great stocks in a portfolio that you could just start nibbling, just start buying it. These are giving you generational lows here, you know. Anyway, but fast forward today, it's just not a good thing. You don't want to see these stocks giving you these kind of lows because overall it's not good for the market, you know. So almost a head and shoulders here, right? Shoulder, head, another shoulder. See that? Boom, boom, blah. Right. So is it gonna break? Let's draw some. How can I draw this? We can draw this way, and it'll say that that Nike has maybe a little bit more to go, right? But you know, I actually feel that eventually it's gonna come to here, $82, because I feel that something it's getting ready to happen to just bring it down there real quick. You see stochastic turning. It's just, I mean, why would it bounce from here? The only thing that's gonna turn, I feel, these stocks around is the Fed doing something. So something's gonna happen that's bad, and then interest rates are gonna get cut. But if it's just like it is today and nothing happens, and you know, interest rates still creeping higher, just things are the way it is, why would it just turn around and go up from here? I don't, you know, something has got to happen to turn it around, you know. So let's look at the Starbucks. These are my favorite companies. Here's another head and shoulders for you. Boom, boom, boom. Right. So shoulder, head, shoulder. You know, this is not the greatest trend line. Let's see. I can't really draw. Yeah, maybe that's a better one. Yeah, kind of lines up though. So this one is basically saying that Starbucks could reach a price of $85. Not looking. It's not looking good. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, if I was buying it, like let's say here right now, it's kind of sitting at a little level of support. Looks like it wants to break through. I mean, this could be a buying level, but I don't know. I don't think so. I just think it's gonna break through, and then maybe around here we can discuss a different buying level. You see, oh, let's bring up here's the Qs, by the way. Finally getting that pullback, and we was almost at an all-time high and that's what I was trying to make a point with the interest rates, where I couldn't really display it like I was thinking it. When stocks were down here, interest rates were as high as they were today. So stocks are up here and interest rates they're still, stocks came down, I should say, I think it was here. And then, yes, this is where the interest rates was high, and then stocks come crashing down. Well, they at that same point, you see what I mean? It's gotta, if it crashed here, why wouldn't it crash here? You know, so I don't know what's going to make it change. I don't know. I don't know. But if we go to wait, like I said, nothing's really happening. No banks are blowing up. Nobody's blowing up. And it's just, we just kind of living, energies creeping up, things like that. Why would the Qs continue to go higher? You know, if you look at Apple finally getting hit and people talk, look at the, I haven't seen a bar like that in Apple in a long time. And we know this is, what's Apple, 17% of the S&P or something like that. It's a big number, right? And everybody owns Apple, so it's almost impossible to say Apple can go down and the market can go up, because it's such a big part in the S&P and the Qs and all that. So Apple turning around, people are like, oh my gosh, this new iPhone, big deal. China banning iPhones for government workers, may soon, who knows, ban it for everybody, you know. So they going through, and I seen that before, and usually it's always a good time to just buy it. But maybe this time is different. I don't know. I don't know, but basically who cares the reasons? The reasons is going down, and when is it going to go back up? Right, so stochastic is it's overbought, and it's still kind of overbought, and it's just gonna kind of turn over. Nvidia is I talked about this already, but I want to show you the daily, because this gap, that gap, when it said it was gonna make like billions of dollars, I still think that gap is gonna get filled. A gap and go, I mean, they're kind of rare. You know, I just think it's going to get filled. And I don't know if it goes all the way to the bottom, because there's going to be a lot of people wanting to get in. But to get down here, it's going to be a scary event. Something's going to, if it gets down there, it's like, people just selling everything. You know what I mean? And not thinking about NVIDIA's future in AI. So, it's already showing oversold with the stochastics, and maybe this is a good time to kind of nibble. But if you look at the monthly, it's not, I mean, you know, how high is it really going to go? I mean, you know, we'll see. After that second's earnings, which was great, it's not performing, right? That was the top. And let's see if I can go to the daily, you know, somewhere over here. And let's see what happens, you know. It was up today, so that's good. But I don't know. I just feel that this gap will get filled. And maybe when it gets filled, it's a sign that it's all over. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. Because I think if the gap gets filled and things are bad, that maybe that's the turnaround point, right? So let me pull up some of these other ones. I have a lot more I want to go through. Let's pull up Airbnb. How about that? It's going up. Okay, so that travel thing, I mean, everything really kind of looks good here. It's a choppy stock. I actually think this is a stock that, when I'm buying hold stocks, you could oh gosh, a dollar cost average, DCA stock, a dollar cost averaging stock, and it's gonna work out in the long run. I think this is one of them. It's very volatile, but you can see it's making its way up, and it'll struggle with when the market is struggling. But I think years from now, this thing is going to be a lot higher, go through those all-time highs and everything. Let's look at Carnival, because, you know, with the cruise lines is popping. I just recently went on a cruise. These guys owe billions and billions of dollars, even though these boats are packed. But it's weird, because you know, a lot of people discovering cruises, can they got to do something with that debt, and how, I don't know if it could just keep going higher and higher, and it's popping. I remember there's an analyst saying it was going to zero, and he's been dead wrong so far, but maybe he eventually turns out and be right. But let's go to the daily. It had a nice little run here, and it's just been sinking back, and same with Airbnb, and same with RCL. So it's like, is the travel cruise things coming to an end? There's RCL. Let's look at the jets with the airlines. You see the airlines coming down hard, right? So people are driving to the cruises, I guess. But look at that, man. Wow. Let me go to the monthly, get a look. Yeah, I mean, is this going to break? right? So you mean airlines was popping too, and all of a sudden, now they're struggling. It's fuel costs, whoever. But look at that. I don't know why the airlines, because they hedge fuel, right? They buying, what are they buying? Like they buy the futures or whatever and actually take delivery, I think. How come they wasn't all in when like oil was like negative $50? I don't know. I don't know how it works, but it just seems like in your business like that, you got to find a way to get that oil. Maybe there was no way to store it or something. I don't know. Anyway, but fuel, right? I don't know, fuel, whatever the reasons are, it's just not looking good. Um, Yeah, it's just not. So we have people leaving Target, going to Walmart, people not flying, maybe driving. And cruises, I think, are the last ones to kind of hold on because it's cheap to cruise. It's cheap. If you got a family of 4 or 5, it's cheap. It's just cheap, So eventually I think that's going to dry up and then maybe just kind of, right, giving up. And I actually think that is starting that right now. Let's go to one of my favorite stocks. Y'all know I like Amazon. I can't explain it. I think Amazon was this. I think this downturn was like not warranted, kind of, but it's coming back. That's shoot. The stock looks good. What can you say? It's not even a red bar. I mean, it looks good. There's nothing to say. So hide out in Amazon. Look at this, getting ready to break out, make a new high. That's a bad line, but looks good. I mean, maybe right here. It is right there at that resistance. Maybe it turns around here, or at least stalls. But wow, Amazon. I bailed somewhere around here. Oh, I bailed way up here, and then I got in, then I bailed again. Blah blah blah. This somewhere down here. I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna mess with Tesla and Bitcoin, and but I still like Amazon and I use the services and I think I don't know. I like Amazon. That's all I could say. But hey, so does everybody else because you saw all the stocks I was looking at. It doesn't look like it's like they're in a different universe. You saw UPS struggling. Let's look at his counterpart, FedEx. Maybe it's a UPS thing. Yeah, see, FedEx is actually doing something, right? Oh man, we getting ready to have those strikes. So maybe those United Auto Workers Union strike, maybe that's what turns it because it's not just about the cars and truck drivers. No, so many. It's amazing how they put together a car because parts are coming from all over the place, and where all of those parts are coming from, those guys are gonna be out of work, So it's not just the auto workers, it's everyone associated with putting those cars together. I mean, there's plants all over the country and all over the world that puts cars together, and they all going to be out of work if the UAW goes out, goes on strike. So maybe that's what brings the economy. Maybe that's the final boom, and then it's bigger than anticipated for some reason. The results are, and then maybe that's what drops the interest rates, I don't know, but FedEx not looking bad. It's looking not bad. I mean, where's my monthly? Oh, I'm on the monthly. It's incredible, right? So I don't know why UPS is being like that, and FedEx is the opposite. But let me go back to look at some more charts. Let's see what we got here. Look at Uber. Sure. Uber's been doing quite well. That's a good chart, man. And you see the difference with it looks like it wants to break out and start making even more highs now. I think Uber's good long term. I think that not I think yeah, the market is struggling. Like Uber's a stock that you can hold forever, kind of like I was like an Airbnb and even stocks like Disney and Starbucks and Nike. I just like those companies as being in my portfolio. I like this saying I own them. But yeah, it looks good. It's amazing. It's like I'm looking at two different stock markets. Uber's kind of kicking butt and some of the stocks are not. So I know I can't afford Uber. Uber is expensive, and so is Lyft. So you know what I mean? It seems like to me it's cheaper to own a car, but maybe it isn't. You're leaving Dollar Tree, Target, and going to Walmart, and you riding Ubers. You're cruising, not flying. Um, and you're shipping FedEx, not UPS. See, I can't really put it together. And interest rates is all time high. Your credit cards, man. You see the credit card debt, the student loan. The people, and the delinquencies are rising. I don't know how to bring up those charts, but you can probably search for them. These things are going through the roof, right? So something is gonna happen. So people are putting it on debt with 30% interest rates on cards. It's like seems I don't know, it's just everything is not in sync here. But yeah, Uber looks good. It looks real good. It looks like it's about to break out. It's hitting that resistance. It looks like it wants to pop right through it. AMD, ever since that NVIDIA chip came, AMD is struggling. You would figure it would be higher. Let's look at the SMH and then look at the SMH. So I know AMD is a bigger part of the SMH. So how is the SMH at an all-time high and AMD is not? It makes me worry about AMD. And maybe it's just along for the ride, just by looking at charts. No, nothing about the company. But you got NVIDIA high. Well, I know, I just take this back. SMH is an all-time high because we know NVIDIA is just insane through the roof. So maybe that it's powering the weak, if you know what I mean. But it's funny how it stopped right there, right? Its charts are amazing. Them double tops is like the #1 chart pattern. If it hits that double top, especially on all time, it's a pullback. It's a guaranteed pullback. And that's what's happening here. But how far does it pull back? Do we get a 50% retracement from this move right here? I don't know. It could be just beginning, right? So there's the SMH. Let's look at Best Buy. How about the store that's filled with to me, it's everything that I can say this. It's like what we're looking at here. It's like consumers don't have any money. That's what it's like, and not even enough money to go to Dollar Tree. Anyway, but they expend, there's certain things that they are putting out money for, but you ain't going to Best Buy, you ain't buying that shit. So, I don't know, you see what I mean? You're going to Uber, but you're not taking that Uber to Best Buy or Target. Guess you're going to work. Anyway, but Best Buy is not looking good. I don't even know how Best Buy even lasted this long, personally. I mean, all electronic stores fail, and they're hanging in there for whatever reason. Let's look at, I think, Intel. Intel was down here and it was paying a fantastic yield, and I was like, I need to buy some Intel, but I don't want to sell my Tesla to buy Intel. Anyway, the yield looks like they cut the yield because right now it's 1.29. Anyway, but I was looking at this low and I was like, man, that looks like a good low. That looks like a place to get in. And I think it was 5-6% yield at that time. They must have cut it somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, but Intel, it's going along for the ride. Intel looks good. This is this could be a bargain. I remember JRH, I watched your video. You said, hey, you like bargains, man. This could be one. Intel, it just, I think the chips are in that. It's all about the chips now. And I think Intel needs to, I mean, I don't even know how they lost it. Everything was Intel back in the 90s, 2000. Remember Intel Inside? It was in every single computer. Now like mine's, oh, look, my computer right here. I got an Intel i7. It's a lot of AMD. So what is this? Intel and AMD powering these computers. And I know they make other chips as well, but they got to find that thing like when the 90s, when computers was blowing. They got to find that. So you got the video with AI and what's Intel's thing? I don't even know. What are they doing? Well, but the stock is going up, so maybe it's doing something. By the way, another staple that I like in a portfolio is Boeing. And still think, I mean, it's only a duopoly, Boeing and Airbus, and I know they kind of don't got their shit together, but it's getting together, and maybe it goes through. If it breaks through that, it's coming up here. I think it's just kind of struggling resistance. I know they had recalls and things going wrong with their planes, but they'll find a way. They'll find it. There's only two plane makers, only two manufacturers. So this is like a stock to kind of throw in there. What? There's no yield on Boeing? Okay. Maybe that's why it's not going up. Anyway, maybe they need to start paying a yield. Used to, but yeah, Boeing, it's trading in a channel right now. It's going sideways, but I would like to have Boeing in that. In the portfolio I just talked about, so I talked about Boeing, State, Starbucks, Nike, Disney. Do nothing. If you had that portfolio, you ain't making no money, right? So it's like really you got to think long term. You're betting on these companies figuring it out. That's the bet, right? That those companies are going to figure it out. So but if you're doing it to if you're doing it for some profits or you ain't gonna make no money on that yet. That's for sure. It's just not gonna happen, man. Some stocks are all in trouble, man, trying to figure out. One of my favorite stocks, I talked about it here and there, was Top Golf. I'm not in it anymore, but you can see it just breaking. It changed its name from Callaway Golf to, what is it? Top Golf Callaway brands. It used to be CAL. I can't even remember. But anyway, it's just not happening. It looks like it wants to break. No one wants to go to Top Golf anymore or buy the Callaway clothing line and clubs. So it's just looking weak, right? So you're not taking that Uber to the golf course either because it's just not happening. And maybe it has something to do with that a big golf deal with I can't think of that company where USA, I can't think of that company, but maybe something to do with that. I'm just going through my list. Y'all can't really see my list. By the way, the VIX is it's interesting. Like it was even down today. Oh, down 5%. But these those candles look like they want to even go lower. But a low VIX usually means it's not like an all clear kind of thing. It usually means you probably should be buying protection because it's cheap, because we're about to go the other way. Same when it's, the opposite, when it's up here, when everyone's scared. Now was actually the time to be buying stocks. So when it's down here making these lows, it's probably the time to maybe sell stocks, right? So it's kind of like an inverse thing, but there's no volatility. No one's expecting what we're talking about, right? No one's expecting things to just roll over yet, but the VIX can turn instantly. See these spikes, they all hard. Fear comes in the market like that, right? So right now the market is showing no fear. I don't know. It's just okay. It is what it is. No one's scared. And you see the conflicting things. That's just like, huh? Right? It's just there's no steadiness. Anyway, DraftKings. I like DraftKings. I had a bet on Aaron Rodgers. I had a bet on one of they what do they call it? Something same game parlays. All right, so they had Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson catching a touchdown pass. I had Aaron Rodgers 225 yards. Garrett Wilson catching a touchdown pass, and Brees Hall getting a TD run. Garrett Wilson did catch a pass. Aaron Rodgers played 4 plays where the what's the Buffalo Bills quarterback? His name, Josh Allen. Josh, is that his name? Completed more passes to the Jets than Aaron Rodgers. So yeah, it's just pitiful. I had said, if you know me in regular life, I hated the trade. I didn't like it. Every Jet was excited. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, all them great quarterbacks does not work behind the Jets offensive line because you run for your life. Okay, you can't have a quarterback like that. And I was like, it's not going to work. Look, we've been there, done that. We had Michael Vick. We had Brett Favre. We had Vinny Testaverde. We had Bubby Brister. We had, gosh, I can't think. We had these guys. Did I say Brett Favre? We had them. It doesn't work. Vinny Testaverde was the closest. By the way, he had the same injury. It just doesn't work with the Jets. I seen it plenty of times. I'm tired of getting these veteran guys on their last leg trying to play football, and we just had that. It just doesn't work. Not with the Jets. It just doesn't work. Anyway, that's what I was telling everyone. And look, it didn't even last 4 plays, and he's out. Why? Because he was running for his life, man. You get sacked. I don't know why the Jets need to work on that offensive line, but they got a lot of other solid pieces. But it's been like that ever since I've been a Jet fan. Maybe Ken O'Brien was able to sit back in the pocket, but other than that, man, you better know how to, with the Jets. That's why I wish they would have made a play for can't even think of the guy's name from the Baltimore Ravens, that quarterback. I don't know why I can't think of his name. They should have made a play for him. Paid that guy the money because he could make things happen. In the pocket. Anyway, but I like DraftKings. I think it goes. Yeah, I think it goes a lot higher from here. I think all that volatility is finally gone. Football's here, right? A lot of things. It's getting creative. But anyway, so back to the story. I bet on Aaron Rodgers, and they gave me my money back. Thank you, DraftKings. They gave us a free bet if you bet anything. It might have been anything Aaron Rodgers, but I can't withdraw it. So they gave me, I had a $10 bet and another $5 bet. So basically they gave me $15 to bet on something else. That was great, man. I appreciate that. Because I was like, man, as soon as the game just started, I was like, oh, there goes my bets. But anyway, Garrett Wilson scored a touchdown. Breece Hall almost scored a touchdown. And I think if Aaron Rodgers was in the game, he would have threw for 250, 225 yards or whatever it was. So, but Breece Hall, he didn't, but he probably would have scored a touchdown, right? Aaron Rodgers would have threw a pass to him. I'm just looking at, by the way, gold at almost an all-time high. It's ready to break out. And once it does, it's gone. Remember I said that. Once it does, it's gone. Okay, so stock markets ain't just going to be going up and gold going up and bonds going up. See, something's got to give. Right, so which one is it going to be? This is a beautiful cup and handle right here. All right, that's a beautiful cup and handle on a monthly. So gold, yeah, something's going to give. Which one is it going to be? Just going through my list here. Make sure I didn't forget anything. I'm sure there was some other stocks I wanted to talk about. And I think that is it, man. Let me look at the comments and see how many people. All right, so Lamar, yes, right, Lamar, Josh Allen. By the way, we be crushing them, man. We beat them in the last 3 games, I think. Anyway, but yeah, we gonna be beating them Bills. Yeah. He sucks. I think he's way overrated. And I think Lamar, they should have paid Lamar Jackson, someone young, someone that can grow with the team. And, even if we would have won or did so, let's say we got to the playoffs. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is probably going to retire, or maybe he'll go one more year. Now we got a 45-year-old quarterback. So I just think it was a bad move to go with him. It just wasn't going to work because he can't sit back in the pocket. And I mean, look, Tom Brady won't work for the Jets. You can't put these guys are great because they have time to throw the ball. You put Zach Wilson behind a line where you kind of don't really gotta throw the ball. You know what I mean? Don't really gotta run for your life. He'll be a good quarterback as well. And that's the problem. Just when you watch the Jets, it's like hike, you're already running for your life. You can't even look down the field. It's like that all the time. It just seems like, and they just need to work on that line, man. All right, so my babe says she's got to go. She's at work. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I was kind of rambling. I'm rusty. Okay, I'm rusty and it's late, and I just figured I'd go. I was gonna do a pre-recorded video and just upload it, but I'm like, I wanted to talk to you guys, and in that way, so I could edit it, because I know I was gonna mess up my charts, mess up my voice and language, things that I'm talking about. Like I was all over the place with the 10-year, but just study that chart, that 10-year. I'm gonna look at it one more time. It's not where it's we're not going higher with this right here. It's just not, man. We're not gonna continue to go higher. This go up. This has got to for this to go down. Something is gonna happen, right? So people are gonna start buying bonds, like for safety, right? But you're running for safety. Why are you running for safety? What's happening? So we're like, oh, hell with this shit. I need to buy bonds, right? So that means something is going on, right? If we just continue on this path, stocks are not going to go higher. This is going to win. This run right here is incredible. Look at that. This is going from 1997, right? We had a little run right here. I don't know what the market was doing. I don't know if I can bring up from 1998. I can't remember, to 1999. I don't think this will go that far. Let me see something. Oh, it did. Damn. Well, look at that. Prove me wrong. Stocks were going up. Internet boom. But let's go back to the TNX. This is drastic. This move right here is, trying to measure it. Was that for real? Yeah. It's saying it's up 814% in 1,200 days. Basically 4 years. I don't think that's this. Let me see what this is. Yeah, 65% in a year and a half. This is up 800%. Now it's saying that's that level right there is 923% in about 4 years. That's crazy. I think what this move is, it didn't filter its way into the market. And I think the Fed said something like that. Oh, it's still got, basically that's why people want to pause, wait and see. This broke something. We just don't know what it is yet. That's insane move. You can't just do that and everything's all good. Right? So I don't think you can. We'll find out. But all right, so back to Tesla. Let's round trip it. And that's why I feel that I'm not sure if we break out yet. I think that whatever I'm thinking might happen needs to happen. And then we break out. So that's my prediction. Let's see if I'm correct. Hopefully, I don't know if I want to be correct, but then again, I don't want to be wrong, because I don't think I'm wrong. But I don't know. It's weird. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what something's gonna give. All I know is something's gonna give. Bonds or stocks, right? There's a lot of good stocks out there. The ones that there's a lot of good stocks out there that's just like, it ain't happening. And then there's some, I mean, yeah, the Nvidias and stuff. What else was working? Nvidia, FedEx, Uber. I almost think that they're finding they're getting into those stocks because it's running, right? So it's like, okay, these ain't working. Let me buy these. And then they're going to be in it until just don't work anymore. Not because it's a great company and they're making all kinds of money. It's just because it's working and I'll hide out here. That's what I feel. So therefore, when it stops working, I think they bail out of those as well. So I don't know. I'm not an analyst. By the way, I know shit about stocks. barely know about charts. So please don't follow me. This is for entertainment purposes only. So I can't even speak, let alone follow me. Anyway, but it's just my opinion and things that I've seen in the market. So I wanted to go live and share this video. I really appreciate the 3. By the way, this is one of the reasons why I don't even make videos no more, because not saying nothing with you guys, I really appreciate you guys, but it don't be nobody else, man. I don't get no love. How many people? It looks like, I'm looking at my chart. It looks like I got 4 in here once. So it looks like I peaked at 4, hung out at 3 a little bit, which is you guys, and then went down to 2. Maybe that was when my babes left. But, you know, so one's my girlfriend, you know, one, you know, we are in a romantic relationship, so I can't include her. And then the other 2 is just solid, man. Y'all been with me for forever. Now Errol pops in. What's up, Errol? Just talking about, yes. I just been talking about the people. I'm getting ready to hang it up here, Errol. And Virgo Life has been in for the last not all the time, but definitely remember seeing your name. You was coming in at the end before I started at the end when I started not making videos. So thanks for watching, everybody. Share, like, comment, subscribe, and you know, all that stuff. And maybe I'll make a video tomorrow. Maybe I'll start making videos. I don't know. But that's what I'm in. There's really nothing to make because I'm just doing the Tesla Bitcoin thing. I'm in the Tesla options. Lots of call spreads on. No straight call options. And my biggest spread is the 310 to 330 that expires. Is it December 25? Right? So hopefully you can get to 330 in the next couple of years. I mean, you could do that in 2 days if you wanted to. So that's my biggest spread, and I need that spread to work. Also, I'll lose a lot of money, right? So hopefully I'm like, man, you can do that in 2 years. Surely you can do that in 2 years. Usually I don't buy out of the money spreads. I buy in the money spreads. So I feel real good about Tesla. So I went out of the money a little bit, just a little bit, you know. So my typical Tesla spread would be, what is it, trading like, say, 270 right now? It might be 250 to 270, right? And or yeah, like a 250 to 270 in the money, years out. And all you got to do is stay the same price. Can you just stay at least the same price? But look at what happened in 20 you know, after the C, right? And then just even last year when interest rates started rising, I mean, stocks is doing some craziness. Look at here. Let's go back. Look at gosh, what is it called? Square. I'm like, oh my God, look at Square. Should I go to the weekly to the monthly? Anyway, right? Great. It's just here's another stock that's just not really acting right. I think Square is a pretty good product. I use it all the time, but it's about to break. Okay. So they taking those Ubers and they're not using the Cash App card or whatever because it's about to break. With no resistance. There's no support down there. I mean, maybe here. I guess this one. 29? Does it go out of business? You know, I don't know. Let's look at PayPal. Right, look at PayPal. Same way. So much for fintech. It's crazy. I mean, just, yeah. So if I would have had those, basically, if I would have had those spreads, like say on PayPal, and look, it's been like going on 2 years. And let's say, man, surely it could, you know, it's trading at 280 and I did a 250, 280, right? I would have lost everything because it didn't even attempt to rebound. So you definitely got to do it on a stock you believe in that has growth. Even though this stock, it's, you know, I don't know, I might have put one on a stock like this, but look at that. What is happening? We got to read the T. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to do the KRE, you know, which is the regional banks. So here we are. I think this little pop, I think I put on a small weekly I sold the call spread right after here, and I took it off. I only made a couple bucks on it because I put the money somewhere else. I can't remember, but I don't know, man. I think we revisit this and we go lower here. You know, I just don't think it's over. So yeah, I mean, just keep an eye out. I mean, there's a lot of just weird things, man. I mean, the stock's working and stock's not. You know, the whole Magnificent Seven thing. I mean, you can't run forever. You can't just keep going up so you can't, you know, forever. So there's gonna be a pullback, and maybe Apple is the leader right now, right? Maybe we finally, because Apple does get some massive pullbacks in its life. Maybe we get one of these, right? So it's starting. This is a big turn right here, especially when it has product launches coming out with the goggles, 3,500 goggles, $1,500 iPhone. They finally go into the USB-C port. I like that. I'm not an iPhone fan at all, but about time you start. But here's the thing: how much money did you make with your little special cords? It had to be billions. So I guess they're gonna give that up. Now you could get any generic USB-C cord and plug it in. So I mean, to me, there's money lost there. But maybe they finally saying people want the USB-C because it's everywhere. And they got to be different. It's one of the reasons why I don't like Apple. They just got to be different. It's just to be different to take your money. You know, make you, no, you buy the cord from us, you know. Let's see what happens. Where does the turnaround stop? Right? So here is a area of support. I actually think it reaches somewhere in here. I think it's going down to, say, 160. I can draw a target right there. And if that goes down, of course the market's going. It has to, man. Apple's just too big a piece of the pie, right? So I think that's what's going to happen. We got earnings coming out in a month. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting earnings season. Also, October, volatile October. Actually, I always think September is more volatile than October. October, right? We're coming into that season where it's just volatility. And usually volatility in stocks equals stocks going down. So November, I remember that one year it was bad, right? It just went from November all the way to Christmas Eve. It's straight down. And then the Fed turned. He turned interest rates. So hopefully we ain't having another one of those moments. Could I bring up the Qs and demonstrate that? I think it was here. No, it was here. Right there. Yeah, this is the monthly. This was October 18. And it went from there to here. And I think that was Christmas Eve, and then off to the races. They lowered interest rates right there. And what was it this month? No, it wasn't 20. I think this was it right here. Anyway, but I'm looking over here. Yeah, 20 was a. No, that's February 20. Okay, never mind. We know what that was. Yeah, this was it right here. Yeah, October, November, December. Can I go to weekly? No, I can't go that far back on the weekly. All right, so I'll go ahead and end the video. Like I said, thanks for watching. I really appreciate Errol. Like I, of course. JRH. Yes, the Cowboys, man. We play. You said, hey, you bet. I think the Jets are getting 9.5. You gotta put money on the Jets. That defense. We ain't the Giants. Okay? And then remember, Zach Wilson, even though he sucks, he is like 5-1 or something like that in the last several games. So and we got a great corner. We got maybe the best corner in the league, right? We might have one of the best receivers in the league, right? We might have one of the best running backs in the league. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. And if the Jets can give Zach just a little bit of protection and he can find some of these guys, it's going to be a game. And we probably got one of the best defenses in the league as well. So it ain't gonna be no 40-0. And I think we beat Dallas the last time as well. So that's my yeah, I've taken a 9.5, and possibly I'll do another bet, the 9.5 in the under, because I think it's gonna be a low scoring game because the Jets have great defense. And if Dallas has, see, I think the Giants kind of suck. So, but if the Dallas has played defense kind of like they played with the Giants, I think it's going to be a low scoring game. And the Jets we're going to be in there. We're going to be in that game. I'll take the 9.5. Anyway, but that's my bets, even though I'm not a betting channel. I think you should, what are you going to be? I'm going to keep an eye on that spread too, see if it actually shrinks. Is it going to shrink throughout the week, or is it going to grow? Can I pull it up right now? Let me see if it shrunk. It's going to take a second. I'm just sitting here BSing. Yeah, the video's over. Like, subscribe, comment, all that. I got to go to bed. I got to go to work. I don't have like a quick app. I'm using DraftKings, so I had to kind of log in. I don't know a good website to where I could just kind of pull it up real quick. Dang, they got the Giants gonna destroy it. It's still 9.5. The under over is 38.5. That is kind of low. See, they know it's gonna be low. That they telling you right there, the Jets are gonna be in the game. All right. I mean, 2020, that you blow it. So I don't know about that under. I thought it was gonna be higher than that. But that's telling you right there. So they saying the Jets are gonna lose by 10. So they basically saying the score, and it's gonna be under 40 or 38. So that means 25 to 15. They're saying it's like going to be 25 to 13 to score, something like that. Nah, I think it's going to be way better than that. I mean, we had 3 interceptions on that Josh Allen and 4 turnovers, man. We coming after Zach. What is his name? Zach. Not Zach. We got Zach. They got something Zach. It's something like a Zach. Whatever his quarterback is. It shows you, man. All I do is follow the Jets. I don't follow anybody else. Anyway, but all right, y'all. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for BSing with me towards the end of the video. I got my regulars in here, and I really appreciate all y'all. So thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.